So remember when Chicken Little was running all over the place, telling everyone, "Hey, the sky is falling, the sky is falling," and it turned out to be like an acorn or some shit, and it was just no big deal. Yeah, well, being a Blue Jays fan is like that, except the sky is actually fucking falling. Like, holy shit. I cannot even get over the news that just dropped, as if this season couldn't get any worse, as if we couldn't be dealt more of a shit hand. Aroldis Martinez was just suspended 80 games for PEDs. The Toronto Blue Jays' number two prospect in the system, number 59 according to Baseball America amongst all MLB. And he is out. And it's funny because yesterday, Stuart Baroa got the call up from AAA. He is a 25-year-old Dominican. I actually wrote about him an article on Crier Media. You can check that out, crier.co. If you just type in Stuart Baroa, it's going to come right up. But very exciting guy. All right. One of those mid 20 prospects that the Jays have a few of, like Spencer Horwitz, that was just lighting it up in Buffalo. He had struggled up until the middle of last year and just something clicked. He's one of the fastest guys in this Toronto Blue Jays system, leading all of AAA in stolen bases, and not by a little. He's almost 10 ahead of the next closest guy. So it was very exciting to see him get called up. And I know everyone's first thought after watching Dalton Varsho leave the game yesterday was that this was a corresponding move to that. And we still haven't heard if that's the case, but maybe it was just that Aroldis had been busted and MLB gave them the night to figure it out before they had to release what was going on. This is first reported on by Jeff Passan, and now obviously it is everywhere. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, it's one of those things where, great, we've got a cheater who's one of our top prospects. And I mean, there's lots of different scenarios as to what it could have been. Maybe it's some bullshit supplement that just he screwed up on. Maybe he was juiced the whole time, and that's why he was leading AAA in home runs. I don't know. We'll need to see how this all shakes out, obviously, but pretty darn disappointing as a Blue Jays fan. And I'm sure very disappointing for the organization, who is just floundering right now. And where do they go from here? That's the big question. I wish I had answers. All I have is more questions, right? Stuff like, well, who's getting the call up from AA now that they've moved Stuart Baroa up? How does this affect the value of a guy like Aroldis Martinez? Like, think about the fact that this team is in a situation where major decisions need to be made. They are on a 5-game losing streak, and these are some of the numbers. Okay, so I should have had this pulled up. Sorry, gang. These are Blue Jays hitting stats in June. This is in 715 plate appearances, 146 hits, 14 home runs, 45 extra base hits, which is 26th in MLB, 66 runs, 28th in MLB. They have 53 walks, which is bad. They've got a 226 batting average, 23rd in Major League Baseball, an on-base percentage of 289, 28th in Major League Baseball, an OPS of 631, 27th in Major League Baseball. They're literally at the bottom of baseball for most offensive stats. And then to have your one hope of power, your one hope of a guy who maybe could be a legitimate cleanup hitter in the future, be suspended for frickin' steroids. Pretty disappointing, pretty frustrating. I don't even know what else to say on this other than watch Long Toss tonight. We've got our panel. It's going to be a doozy. We'll get into it. That's from 6 till 8 Eastern time. Live on YouTube. Chime in. Let us know what you're thinking, and we'll go from there. All right, folks. I'll leave you with this. Just the idea that the Jays are the fewest home runs by a team in the season this year. It's the Blue Jays, the Marlins, the National, and the Rays. And the Blue Jays are dead last with 61, tied with the Marlins, 63 for the Nationals, 66 for the Rays. So, yeah, we were hoping Aroldis could add a little bang for our buck, even if he did something like he did when he first got called up to Double-A and hit 150, but still had power. You know, we would have taken that for a 22-year-old kid. Drop your comments, Grounds Crew. Let us know what you think, where you're at on this team. Fuck. When it rains, it pours, eh?